Welcome to the Garden Report postgame show on CLNS and Celtics Blog. I'm Jared Weiss. I'm joined by Jimmy Toscano, as always. This is our first show of the postseason, and the Celtics are now down 0-1 to the Chicago Bulls after falling 106-102. Before we break down the particulars of this game and Jimmy Butler's incredible late performance, we have to talk about what is the biggest story in the NBA right now, Isaiah Thomas playing in this game and scoring 33 points in this one a day after finding out that his younger sister China died in a one-car accident in their home state of Washington. The atmosphere before this game and Isaiah Thomas's introduction was as electric as we have ever seen. Covering this team for over half a decade, going to games our entire lives, that was unlike anything. That was one of the most unbelievable moments I have seen in this arena.
Yeah, I mean, it's just typical Boston fans to understand the moment. I mean, the fact that they were, they did the moment of silence before, and it was just completely quiet, not a peep, you couldn't hear a thing. And then to have the announcement, of Isaiah Thomas in the starting lineup, and just the sound, the ovation, the just deafening noise, just to show their support, and they're with Isaiah Thomas, they're with the Celtics, they're with Isaiah Thomas, and just it must have meant a lot to him to hear that and to feel that support. Obviously, it doesn't help him in the long, it doesn't change how he's feeling, but it does give him that little sense of comfort, I think, in that moment.
And it was beautiful to see for the pregame intros. Usually he's the last guy through the tunnel of players that they have.
Yep.
But they had him go stand in the opposite corner on their side of the floor, and every player would come up to him and give him a hug after they went through the little tunnel that they make there.
Too.
So that was really beautiful. And you could see that he was crying. You could see him trying to hold it together.
Pregame, there's video of him
pregame,
just sitting on the bench and just crying a little bit, and his teammates coming over and guys coming over consoling him and just being there for him. There's really not a whole lot you can say except for, I'm there for you, man. If you need anything, if you want anything. I mean, we've all lost loved ones at certain points of our life, and there's really, it takes a lot, a long time. Time heals everything, and it takes a lot of time. I can't imagine, going out, the next day and doing what he did, after hearing that news.
I've been there, and I don't know how he did it, but what I do know is he was unbelievable to start off this game. So he's getting guarded by Rondo, and in the first 5 possessions of the game, he drives the lane 3 times. He just wanted to go out there, immediately attack. He hits a 30-footer on the 4th or 5th, I think it was the 5th or 6th possession of the game, and my ears are still ringing from the cheers on that one. He ends up with, was it 13 or 15 points in the first quarter? 13 points in the first quarter, 33 on the night. He kind of went quiet there in the second and third quarter, but then in the fourth quarter, he really had to come alive, especially of late. We saw a real king of the fourth performance there with 12 points there.
Yeah,
I think it was amazing to see that he was really going for his looks. They were running him off ball, setting pin down screens for him to try to get him those big 3-pointers where he does those catch and shoots and he jumps 15 feet in the air.
Yep.
It was amazing to see even late in the game that he still had the emotional and physical energy to go for the baskets that he usually goes for.
Yeah, I mean, 38 minutes tonight, 33 points. Plus 12 in 38 minutes, and the Celtics still lost by 4 points. I mean, that just goes to tell you, that just tells you how important he is to this team and how ineffective they are with him off the court. But for him to go out there and play that way, I mean, last year in the playoffs, the Hawks were able to neutralize him. They would take him out of the game. He's had such a good season this year. The Bulls can't do it. He's found a way to, still be effective. He's found a way to still drop 30 on them. So a lot of the talk heading into the playoffs was, well, what's going to happen when the opponent takes Isaiah Thomas out of the game? Well, they might not be able to. So it's still on his teammates to step up when he's out of the game. I mean, yeah, when he's not physically on the court, sure, he's not going to score. The players need to step up and do their part, his teammates. But when he's on the court, he's still being effective. He's still getting to the basket. He's still hitting those shots. He's still the Isaiah Thomas of the regular season, at least through one game.
And I just love that he really wanted to come out aggressive, that he wasn't trying to sit back and let the game come to him. He wanted to come out there and score on the first possession. He wanted to have control of the game. And it was working for a little while, but he couldn't keep it up. Once he went out, the Celtics cannot manufacture buckets with Isaiah Thomas off the floor. I don't think they scored a single field goal with him off the floor until the third quarter, which is a major issue. They tried having Jay Crowder out there at first. They relied on Marcus Smart, but Marcus really struggled until he started hitting a few threes in the second half. They have to figure something out. We didn't see Terry Rozier tonight. Jaylen Brown, aside from an ATO where he got an alley-oop going down the baseline, he didn't really score at all tonight.
Nope.
They don't really have that second unit answer, and Isaiah can only play 40 minutes a game so many times. That's still 8 minutes with him not on the floor, and we actually don't know if he's going to play in Game 2, and that's probably going to be a game-time decision as well.
Yeah, we joked throughout the end of the regular season, you know, how is Brad Stevens going to get his team to function without Isaiah Thomas on the court? We joked and said, well, he might have to play 48 minutes. And it might not be a joke anymore because he played 38 tonight. And again, plus 12. I mean, they're effective with him on the court. And for them to be that bad with him on the court, Isaiah Thomas, those minutes are going to have to tick up. And one last thing about, you know, him playing throughout the tragedy, I mean, we see it a lot. Like, when somebody's going through something like that, they just want to stay busy. They want to take their mind off things. And sports is that for a lot of people. Sports is a getaway for a lot of people. And it's a getaway for a lot of these players too, to play the game. The basketball court to them, it's a sanctuary out there. They kind of can forget the world around them, and it's just them and the game. So I would still expect him to play in Game 2. If he doesn't, all the power in the world to him. Everyone copes differently. I just think that for him, his best way to cope might be to play.
We'll see what happens. Either way, we should respect whatever he decides
definitely.
to do. The fact that he came out here today, we heard multiple people say that really shows the kind of man that he is to come out here and play today.
And he had his sister's initials or name on his sneakers tonight. There was a lot of little dedications going on. You know, and it's been nice to see a lot of NBA players reach out to him, whether it's on social media or, I mean, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but definitely on social media you see a lot of guys tweeting at him about, you know, thinking thoughts and prayers and all that stuff. So that's been nice too.
Well, he's earned adoration from the entire NBA universe, and he saw millions and millions of people around the country, around the world cheering him on tonight, and that was really beautiful. So we'll be back for part 2. Before we do that, we want to talk to you about SeatGeek. If you didn't get tickets for tonight and you're thinking, God damn it, how do I get tickets? You go on to SeatGeek, and you're going to get tickets there, and you're going to get a $20 rebate when you use the promo code Garden Report. You go into the settings tab, you hit promo code, you put that in, and you're golden. You're going to get a $20 rebate on Celtics tickets. It's really hard to get Celtics playoff
tickets. Spend it on a hot dog here.
But that's what you're going to do it. That's right. $20 will get you one hot dog. Actually, I found out today for $16 you can get a turkey sandwich at the concession stand tonight.
Okay, keep it healthy.
And that's how I did dinner tonight during the first half. So, SeatGeek Garden Report is the promo code, $20 rebate. We'll be right back with Jimmy and I on the Garden Report on CLNS and Celtics Blog.